The April of 2022 has arrived, and for spring break this year, we decided to stop by Washington, D.C. for a day after visiting Aria's grandparents in North Carolina. It's a warm, sunny Tuesday afternoon, with the temperature looking to reach into the mid-70s. Parking only a few blocks from the White House, our journey began there. Completed in 1800, although remodeled and expanded several times over the years, the White House is perhaps one of the most iconic and recognizable buildings in America. The White House is the main residences and offices of the President of the United States, and its surrounding plaza receives millions of visitors per year. Seen here is the northern facade, although unfortunately over the past several years, security gates and fences have been placed up, which block much of the view. You'll get arrested.
I want to try it, but I can't.
Located next to the White House is the Dwight D. Eisenhower Executive Offices Building. Built between 1871 and 1888 on the site of the White House stables and the original War, State, and Navy building, the Executive Office Building contains all of the offices and agencies that directly work to support the President, including the Vice President's office. Everyone from military secretaries to the National Security Council to the President's speechwriters hold their offices here. Former President Richard Nixon is famous for having a secret office in this building. Built in the architectural style of the French Second Empire, it earned the titles of the ugliest building and greatest monstrosity in America by Mark Twain and President Harry Truman. As we continue south along 17th Street, we take a detour into the President's Park and past the 1st Infantry Division Monument.
So we'll get the other side of the White House on the way back up, okay? We'll head to the mall, and then we'll do, instead of going back there, because look, you see it from there. You see it? That's probably the more iconic part that you've seen with the round front. See it through the trees there? The White House? We'll get you a picture in front of that side later. Was there?
Yeah.
What do you want? Water or ice cream?
Yeah, they said they're following that.
Of course, no walk around Washington would be complete without at least one ice cream break.
Well, hold on, are you able to take a card? Alright, what do you want?
The Oreo.
The Klondike Oreo?
Yeah.
Okay, a bottle of water, please, and one of those Oreo Klondikes.
Oreo sandwich or Oreo bar? Okay. Sandwich or bar?
The sandwich, right, Aria?
Yeah.
The sandwich.
Right. You wanna receive your email or no receipt?
That's okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a nice day. I forgot I was still recording. I just had it filming. Edited it all later. Some of you eating your ice cream. A little better now? Are you refreshed?
Yeah.
Getting closer to it. Yeah, we're gonna go see where those people are walking right next to it. See up there? we're gonna go right up there. All right, so this is what's called the National Mall.
The National Mall is a span of landscaped area that's nearly 2 miles long and 1,600 feet wide that stretches between the Capitol Building and the Lincoln Memorial. The whole strip contains many of Washington, D.C.'s iconic monuments, with the Washington Monument in the middle of it, just off-center. Plans for the National Mall were introduced at the time of planning the federal city, with the idea of a grand avenue about a mile long stretching between the Congress Building, now the Senate, and a statue of George Washington.
Not used to this Washington sun, are you? It's only April.
The Washington Monument is a 550-foot tall obelisk made of marble, granite, and bluestone. Built to commemorate the leader of the Continental Army and first president of the United States, it is the tallest freestanding stone structure in the world, as well as the world's tallest obelisk. Construction on the monument began in 1848 and took nearly 40 years to complete due to financial and labor issues, as well as the American Civil War.
And straight that way is the Lincoln Memorial.
Just a short walk from the Washington toward the Lincoln Memorials, we find one of the newer additions to the mall.
Each of the states that had soldiers that fought in World War II.
The World War II Memorial, opened in 2004, stands at the eastern end of the reflecting pool. The rainbow pool originally was in place here, but it was incorporated into the World War II Memorial by lowering it into the ground, to much controversy. The memorial consists of 56 pillars representing the states and territories who participated in World War II, along with 2 arches symbolizing the Pacific and Atlantic theaters.
Yeah, normally there's water in here.
What the heck?
It's beginning of the season. They don't have it.
There actually was water.
Yeah.
Taking nearly 17 years from Congress approving the memorial to it finally being built, the original design presented to President Bill Clinton at the time contained only 50 pillars to represent the states. Several hundred ideas were submitted, but it was Frederick Saint Florien's classical style monument that won out.
Pearl Harbor. This is the day I was born. I was born on Pearl Harbor Day.
In 1997, the Senator of Puerto Rico successfully lobbied a campaign to include a column for the island territory. The result actually established columns for not only Puerto Rico, but also Guam, the Philippines, America Samoa, the Virgin Islands, and Washington, D.C.
Let's go over to the New York part. Nice. Do you want a picture with it? Alright.
As we continue along, unfortunately the reflecting pool is empty.
So, no water, unfortunately. It's being cleaned at the beginning of the season. We gotta keep it nice and there's like a random duck standing out there. A couple of them are out there. Just bathing in the dirty water.
Constructed between 1922 and 1923, the pool is 167 feet wide and a little over 2,000 feet long, with a maximum depth of about 30 inches in the middle. Every winter, the National Park Service drains the pool for cleaning, and then refills it with nearly 4 million gallons of water. Stopping in the shade for a moment, we are entertained by an inquisitive squirrel before continuing along to the Lincoln Memorial.
Inside.
Oh, I see.
At long last, we arrive at our ultimate destination. Delighted to find out there will be a presentation by an honor guard for Korean and Vietnam War veterans.
What's going on over here?
We have a show. We do a silent drill platoon, Marine Corps.
Oh, okay.
We do a show for the Vietnam and Korean War veterans. It's called Honor Flight. And, we'll be facing this way if you want to stand behind them. The
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Here if you want to be behind.
When do you start that?
Should be kicking in the next 10 minutes.
Awesome, thanks. Cool.
The Abraham Lincoln Memorial, built between 1914 and 1922, is another of America's most iconic monuments. Within the large Greek-style temple sits a colossal 30-foot marble statue of Lincoln, overlooking the reflecting pool. Seeing millions of visitors each year, the Lincoln Memorial has been the site of many historical events, including Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech.
What do you think? Yeah. That's Lincoln's speech. The 407 years ago speech.
On either side wall of the temple are engraved two of Lincoln's famous speeches. Here we see Arya reading his Gettysburg Address.
You actually reading it all?
Wrought with symbolism and legends behind it, the Lincoln statue and its surrounding 99-foot tall memorial temple are an artistic and powerful masterpiece. Coming back down the stairs and into the sun once more, the presentation by Honor Flight is about to begin. Not wanting to block the view of the veterans, we look to find a good spot. As our afternoon in Washington, D.C. winds down, we are both a little sunburned and tired, but we're glad for the experience we shared and the new memories we created together. Washington, D.C. is a beautiful city with so much to see and discover, and so much wonderful history and culture to take in. We strongly encourage everyone to visit the nation's capital at least once, but for us, we know we will definitely be back again. This has been Out and About with Killr Climbers. Be sure to check back with us often as we show you more of our favorite places to explore.